Boom. Okay, we back up in this gig. So, like I was saying, anyway, so we at her house. I pull back up. We're at her house. Niggas is just arguing. At this point, my nigga already said, "Let's go to the next block. We could really get active. Let's just get this shit over with." And nigga doesn't say anything. And let me tell y'all the reason why my dude said, "Let's go to the next block and let's get active," is because he was the one that originally had the weed, right? So it's really yo nigga I owe the $30 from because you gave me his weed. Like that's what it was. Like you was selling his shit. So he does have a problem with me because I basically didn't pay him for an eighth that he gave me. And my nigga is like, okay, well, I'm going to, if you really want to handle that, you can handle that with me. So let's take this to the next block. And so basically, my dude seen him like clutching at his pocket a little bit. Like he just seen him like when I say clutching at his pocket, he basically seen his hand moving in his pocket. Now I don't know about y'all, but I know about me, nigga. If it's a confrontation going on and I see a nigga hands going about their pockets, nigga, it's time to go. Or nigga, better have something quicker and something something to knock them off their feet. You dig what I'm saying? It's time to really get serious in this mug because it's about to get up to a whole nother type level type shit. So my nigga see that and he like, no, and like, let's just go. Like these niggas ain't about to do nothing. All they doing is arguing or whatever. And so he like, when we leave or whatever, my boyfriend at the time, he ends up calling Christiana. He ends up calling her a bitch, and then he like, you know what, you're a bitch and you're a bitch. Like, let's go, and we leave. That's it. The nigga I was with was a tourist too. But yeah, so we leave. So after that, we leave and we go back to his house or whatever. So I get a call again. I get another call on Facebook. This is Christiana's brother. Let's call Christiana's brother Dust, D- Dusty Devin. Let's call him that. So Christiana's brother, Dusty Devin, ends up calling me on Facebook Messenger. Oh, where you at? Whoop the whoop the whoop. My boyfriend at the time, he just takes the phone from me and he start going off and talking to him. And they going off back and forth. And my boyfriend was like, you know what? I don't do all this talking. I don't do all of this. Like, I'ma just where you want to meet at? Like, where you want to meet at? Well, let's fight. He was like, because we was just at your house, like, and nothing was going down, like nothing was happening. So where you want to meet at? Old boy say the park that he want to meet at. We not over there no more. We by his house. So he like, no, we not over there no more. We over here by this park or whatever. And so he like, okay, cool. So the park that we was by was actually right up the street from my ex house, my boyfriend, the one that I was with at this time. We was right up the street from his house. When I say right up the street, I mean like walking distance. You could walk like literally 6 to 7 minutes and you right at the park. So it was that park. And at this point, my boyfriend, hold on, y'all. So I drink some water. At this point, my boyfriend is getting he was just irritated and he was mad because we just pulled up over there to your house and niggas didn't do nothing. Y'all keep blowing up the situation like it's not that serious. Like, so is y'all gonna do something or not? Like, what is it gonna be? Like, she already done said like she will pay y'all back, and if not, if y'all want to fight and then be the end of it, then all right. Like, what was good? Like, y'all is dragging. It's dead dragging at this time. Like, you need is dragging. So he's just like at that point where he's fed up, and he ends up like wanting to go to the park by himself. So he gets to walk into the park. And I literally am driving next to him as he walking, and I'm like, "You need to get in the car." I'm like, "You're not about to go up to that park by yourself and do all of that because you don't know who the fuck they brought to that park. You don't know none of that shit. Like, let's just get back in the car, and before we both go to this park, let's figure out who else we need to bring to this park because you know niggas is shifty, right? Especially Shiesty, her nigga. So he like, you know what, you're right. So we end up going getting some of his homies, and then which is only two. So we got two of his homies, and then it's us two as well. So it's four of us in my car. And so I get a call from my homegirl, Brittany. I get a call from my homegirl, Brittany, and she was like, "India, you want to come up?" Oh shit! I just told y'all my real name. Hey, but anyway, so Brittany comes over, And Whitney calls me and she's like, "Hey, Indy, I just made a pot roast. You want to play? You could come over and all of that, like, and just chill and hang out." And I told her, I'm like, I'm about to go to the park and I'm about to go fight Crustiana. And she was like, "Girl, no, you don't even need to be doing no extra shit like that. You just could come over here, get you some roast beef, and stop playing. Like, I just got done cooking this pot roast. Like, girl, no, that is extra. Like, literally, y'all. And see, this is why I'm telling you, at this time in my life, spiritually, and I was not there. I was just spiritually, I was gone, and I thank the universe, spirit, and ancestors that they were even giving me enough grace to survive this moment because I had multiple. That was one opportunity that I had to say, you know what, I don't want to go to this park. I don't even want to deal with this, and it literally, I would have avoided getting shot. I literally had the signs right in front of me, and I decided to proceed to go past go, and I took my ass to that park anyway. I decided to take my ass to that park, and when I decided to take my ass to that park, that's when the situation happened. That's when it all happened, and I'm gonna get back to y'all with the part two for this a little later. So I'm gonna stop this on my podcast because it's running long. So on my podcast, it's gonna be two segments, but on my YouTube, it's gonna be two segments too. But on YouTube, y'all gonna get it right away because it's live. So let me stop my podcast real quick, y'all. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta make sure I keep it under a certain amount of time. Okay. Well, while that's uploading, alrighty, welcome back. Part two of He Shot Me Six Times, bitch. Like real shit. This is a real life story. It's a real life telenovela. Cause this shit really happened to me. Let me take a little sip of some more water since I just started this part two for y'all. Mhm. Mhm. And that water hit the spot. All right. So let's go ahead and just hop right back into it. So I just left off at I'm at the park. Boom. So we get to the park, right? And so when we get to the park, bro, I pull up. It's a whole gang of niggas. When I say it's only four of us, and it's about like 10 to 13 of them, I'm talking about we were outnumbered. So I'm still in my car just taking all of this in. Like I'm in my car sitting taking it all in. My dude done hopped out the car and I think his homies hopped out the car too. And I was the only person sitting in my car. And I was taking it in. But as I was sitting in my car, my dude, like my boyfriend and her brother Dusty Devin, he he goes and square up with my nigga like they're about to fight. So they square up or whatever. And my boyfriend, he like, bro, if we really gonna fight, we gonna fight. And so Dusty Devin ends up swinging on my boyfriend, but when he ends up swinging, he swing, but then he opened his fist. And so my boyfriend was like, bro, if you like, my boyfriend put his hands on his knees, right? And he was like, bro, if you really want to hit me, bro, like really fight me. And he didn't. He didn't. He didn't swing. He didn't do nothing. So he was like, just like I fucking thought. And so when I seen that, I was like, so y'all done got all these people out here for nobody to fucking like y'all. What is the point? So at this point, I'm fucking over it. I get out and I'm over it. And then again, she proceeds to call me scary because she's right next to me on the car, or like she's right next to the window of the car. So I just get out and I'm like, scared of what? And this is the like really the first time I really start talking my shit and start popping my lid. I'm like scared of what, bitch? I'm really from the city. Like I'm like I ain't scared of shit. And so we end up squaring up or whatever. Keep in mind this bitch hella tall, y'all. I'm only 5'2". She taller than me. She not as thick as I am, but she had height on me, but I had weight on her. So we end up fighting or whatever. We end up scrapping, whatever. Boom. She get me on. I think she get me on the floor. I flip her. So we both. She was on top of me. And then I got on top of her. You know, it was a fair fight. It was it was like I feel like it was a tie. I don't know. It was a tie for me. I mean, I came out of it cool. Than a motherfucker. It wasn't nothing on me. I mean, other than getting shot. So we end up fighting first round or whatever. So as we end up fighting first round, y'all know females be the ones that really fight in the hood fights. Then niggas get hyped talking about they want to fight too. So everybody else is getting hyped because they see me and her fighting. And so I think like my chest end up coming out, y'all, because y'all get, I didn't have the right bra, so my chest ended up coming out, and I need to fix myself. So as I'm fixing myself, the niggas starting to get more active, right? The niggas is starting to get more active, and so they literally like all I hear is niggas, oh, I'll really whoop somebody out, or I'll really beat bro ass like da 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 da, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? I'm like, okay, so it's apparently these niggas is about to fight too, and so I'm looking at my boyfriend going like in this situation with these group of dudes right here. It's literally they're on the grass. We're at the park. Keep in mind, we're at the park in broad daylight, nigga. It's like 6 o'clock and it was no, it's like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in October, nigga, broad daylight type shit. And we're at the park, nigga. And I'm talking about kids, old people. We're at the regular park. And the way that the park was made, bro, the park was made like, you know how some parks they got like that U entrance where you gotta basically go in one way and then go all the way around and come out another way. It's not. It's like you'll have to just do a whole full circle. You just can't like back out and just go out. So it was one of those entrances. So you got the parking lot right here, and then you got the basketball courts. So this, let me see if I could get a visual representation going on. I can. So this the parking lot. This the basketball court. You feel me? Parking lot, basketball court. And to the side was grass. So I see my dude, my boyfriend, on the grass, like going back and forth with niggas. And as I'm watching that go down, I'll see him sleep. He put that nigga to sleep with one punch. Like KO, done. That, and I'm like, I'm looking at that shit, not even paying attention. I'm looking at that shit. This hoe sneak me in the eye. I'm looking, and I really can't say it was a sneak because I we were still in that energy of fighting. So but I'm looking at what's going on over here, and this bitch, boom, and she got me. She snuck me. She got me right in the eye, and as soon as she snuck me in the eye, nigga. I said, boop 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 boom. Nigga, you would have heard the Mario fucking. You would have thought I was a Mario in that bitch with hitting all the bings and all the coins. Nigga, I said, listen, what we ain't gonna do is that boom, 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 like bing, 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 bing. Like I was not playing. Like we're not doing that. So ended up dropping. I end up dropping Shorty. I dropped Shorty so hard she hit her head on the concrete, nigga. And I'm not talking about I dropped her like dropped her. I'm talking about I don't punch hard. Like I know I ain't never punched hard a day in my life, but I got weight. So when I say dropped her, I mean like flipped that motherfucker, like dropped her like that. So I dropped her and she hit her head on the concrete, nigga, and that was it did like a little dribble, like it did a little like she dribbled her head on the concrete or whatever. And when she dribbled her head on the concrete, fight over, bro. Fight over. Like it was just fight over. I was like, you know what? At this point, like, bitch, let's go ahead and like, what is we still fighting for, nigga? You just snuck me in my eye. You got me a little one good time, nigga. Like the first fight, like the first round we had, that shit was even. You just got your head dribbled on this fucking basketball court like you was a basketball because I just dropped your ass. So like, it is what it is, bro. Like it is like it's even. Like I'm over it. So my at the time my boyfriend, he was like, India, hurry up, get in the car, get in the car. And so I guess he knew because I really wasn't reading the energy of the situation because I was so in it. I really wasn't like paying attention to how like active the shit was getting. And so he was like, India, get in the car and go, get in the car and go, hurry up, let's go, like hurry up and go. He like, But he keep in mind he lives so close he could literally like go to his house and it'll be like 5 minutes away. It's literally like that's how close he lives. So he like we gotta hurry up and go. So this nigga's just he gone. Like he trying to make it back to his house. And I still got my car. So I'm gonna go back to his house, but I gotta drive my car back to his house. So he like me and my homies, we just gonna hurry up and get back, right? Like we're gonna go back to his house. Now, at this point, this my ex boyfriend. At this point, he did not protect me. This was some bitch ass nigga shit on his part. He's a bitch ass nigga for this, but for all the other shit, thank you. But but for this part though, so as I am in my car trying to get out the parking lot, so I know I just told y'all the way the parking lot is set up, I would have to go around the whole parking lot to get to the next exit to go out, right? And so as I am trying to get out of the parking lot, her nigga is standing in front of my car. So this is Shiesty, Christiana's boyfriend, Shiesty. Yeah, he's standing in front of my car. Baby, me and your girlfriend just fought. And I told him, I said, you either gonna get hit or you gonna move. Cause I got to go. Simple as that. So get hit or move out of my fucking way. Like I'm in a vehicle. And so I inched my car forward. I didn't full gas it on that nigga. I should have fully ran over Shiesty. I should have put my foot to the motherfucking pedal and ran that nigga smooth the fuck over. I really should have did it because I would have got off. Yeah, but I I should have. That's where I fucked up. I didn't. I did not hit the pedal to the metal and run that nigga over. I inched my car a little bit and tapped that nigga knees. And when I tapped that nigga knees with my car, he went to his car, and all I remember, because I remember it vividly. So he goes to his car. I'm in my car. He's finally out of the way. And was it a? Oh, that's how. Yeah. Oh shit. That's how it was. Actually, you could. It was a one-way entry for that park. You couldn't even go fully out like that. I would have to. I had to turn my whole car around to get out of that park because I only could go in one way. That's yeah, yeah. Okay, I just remembered that shit. Like, ooh, shit. I'm getting chills thinking about it. So I'm in my car, right? And I'm pulling it forward so I could turn my car around and get out of the parking lot. So as I'm pulling it forward, bro, all I hear is nigga. My back of my windshield, the back windshield. All I all I hear is a shatter. Just all I hear. I'm like this, and I'm thinking because y'all, I ain't never. Listen, bro. I'm not from no gang. I'm not from none of that. I am from Long Beach. I am from the city. But baby, my upbringing, I ain't never wanted for nothing, and I ain't never really needed nothing because my mama had me, and she took very good care of me, and I was very much spoiled. I still am. So I'm not even. I don't even live that type of life, bro. I ain't from. I'm never gonna say, oh, I'm from the hood. I ain't. No, I'm from middle class period point blank. So some shit I'm not I don't know about. Like that's just I don't know because I ain't never experienced no ghetto ass shit like that. You feel me? That was the first time I ever experienced some ghetto ass shit like going up to the park to fight and all of that shit. Because I'm not a bitch. What? You see how I look on this fucking camera? Do you really think that girl bye? So I'm thinking the nigga is shooting at my tires so I don't go nowhere. So, they could continue to either beat me up, whatever. I'm thinking he's shooting at my tires. Come to find out, he's shooting at me. I realized that this nigga is shooting at me because listen, baby, whoo, I'm gonna tell you what's up, baby. I gotta because I'm about to fucking start crying, y'all. Ooh, I'm gonna start crying because it was something. I don't know if it was an ancestor. I don't know what spirit lended me. I don't know if it was just the universe looking out. I don't know if it is a God. I don't know if it was one watching over me in that moment. I don't know what the fuck it was. But after that first bullet whizzed through my fucking car off the back windshield, my body went in a fucking autopilot. Literally, my hand went up like this, and this I'm talking about my hand. Do y'all see these? One, two, three shots, three wounds. This is the hand that went up like this, right? And I start whipping my car around. My adrenaline start pumping double overtime. I'm telling you, from the first shot, my adrenaline start pumping, and as soon as the first bullet, the first one came through, I said, "Whew," and I start just, I'm whipping my car. This is how I'm whipping my car, like this, right? And so I need to turn my car around to get out of the parking lot because it's only a one-way entry. So I got to turn my whole car around to get out the parking lot. So as I am turning my car around, nigga, so I originally start. This is me. I originally start going this way. This nigga is standing on the sidewalk shooting at me as I'm going this way. So he's shooting at me as I'm passing him. And then when I turn my car around to get out, the nigga is still dumping down on me. And baby, when I say he wasn't far away, baby, this is my car and this is the nigga. Baby, he was dumping down straight at me, bro. That's where I got all these shots in my left arm at because I had it raised. I had it raised up, and those shots was, it was so it was just like it was going in slow motion. I seen the bullet go past my face, and I had my head back, and I had my arm up like this, and the bullets was going past my fucking face. Like I literally see, and then I seen the smoke too. I seen enough. And me, I'm thinking I'm just getting grazed. I'm thinking I just got grazed by him because I'm whole time I'm still whipping because something in my mind is like, just drive, bro. It was a voice in the back of my mind just saying like, just keep driving, just keep driving, just keep driving. So I'm just whipping. I'm whipping out like I'm still, y'all. I have to do a full reversal, so I'm still in. I'm talking. I'm shifting gears, bitch. Like I'm in reverse, putting that bitch in drive, just switch. Like I'm still whipping my car around to get the fuck out of there, and I'm still driving. So I mean, I got the car in reverse. I put the car back in drive. So as I got the car in reverse, nigga, that's when he switches from being on the passenger side to being on the he switched from being on the driver's side to being on the passenger side. So when he was first shooting on first dumping down on me, he was dumping down on me from the driver's side. But when I turned my car around, he was then dumping down on me from the passenger side. So I'm telling you, the whole time I was turning my car around, I was getting shot at. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm still driving, nigga. And this shit felt like the longest turn I ever did in my fucking life, nigga. I ain't never did it. I ain't never turned that long ever in my fucking life for some reason. But that shit felt like it was forever or something. But anyway, so I'm nigga, I'm getting out of there the second that I finally leave the parking lot, I catch up with his homies. When I catch up with his homies, they was like, "Hey, you good?" And I was like, "Where is he at?" And they was like, "Hey, you good? You good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm good." I was like, "It's just," I was like, "My skin's just burning though. I think I was grazed." And that's what I said because it didn't feel like, it didn't really feel like I got shot. It felt like I was. It just felt like heat. It felt like a lot of fucking heat. Like it felt like, when you burn yourself with like a curling iron or something, that's basically what it felt like. It felt like heat. And so I just really wasn't, I guess my adrenaline was still pumping to where I didn't feel anything but that. And so they're like, "Yo, you need to go to the hospital." But when they said that, it didn't click in my head. Like it didn't click. And so I end up pulling up to my boyfriend's house because, like I said, he was only a couple. He lived like 5 minutes away from the park. And he already was at his house from leaving the situation. Like he already had made it there. And so when I get there or whatever, he like, "Yo, you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'm good." And he was like, "You bleeding, y'all?" He was like, "You bleeding, y'all? You bleeding?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I think I got grazed though." And he was like, "No, bro, you got shot." And I was like, "Wait, what?" When he said that shit to me, it finally fucking clicked. I start crying, y'all. I start fucking bawling. He was like, you got shot, you got shot. He was like, can you open the door? Can you open this the shiesty done Speedy Joe Frazier my shit off. He done shot my lock off and shit. So I can't even open the door to get out the car. So my boyfriend, he had to punch the window in on the car, unlock it, and then get me out the car that way because I couldn't even get out. And so when he get me out the car or whatever, like he like, yo, you need to go to the hospital, bro. Like you just got shot. And I'm fucking panicking because I'm just like, bro, like what the fuck? Like what? I couldn't. I literally I just broke down because I was just like I just didn't know. I just didn't know. And so I was like so scared in that. I was not. That's when I was scared. I was so scared in that moment. I was like, "Yo, you need to." I said, "Can you come with me?" And he couldn't come with me to the hospital, and he couldn't come with me because I know, when you get shot, police ask questions. He was a felon and an ex-con, so yeah, yeah. But so he couldn't go with me to the hospital. So his mom ended up driving me to the hospital, right? So his mom ended up driving me. We get to the hospital. I check in and I'm just like, I just been shot. Yeah. And so the police officer in the hospital was acting like a straight dickhead. He was like, it was some people in front of me, but I didn't give a fuck who was in front of me. It was like a mom and her little son that was in front of me or whatever, and I just ignored whatever they was talking to the lady about, and I was just like, I just been shot. And so when I said that, the police officer was like, "Hey, did you?" I was like, "Hey, they're in front of you." And the lady was like, "She just been shot that week away, shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, nigga, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you like? What? It's an emergency, bitch. This is an emergency room. If I just been shot, I can't fucking wait, bitch. They got to take me back to the trauma unit right now, bitch. What the fuck you talking about? The fuck do I gotta call nine? Do I gotta call 911 when I'm already at the damn hospital? Do I gotta do what? You feel what I'm saying? So they got me they have me sit down for like I think about 5 minutes and then they finally wheel me to the back or whatever. So they wheel me to the back or whatever. They cutting my clothes off me, taking it for evidence. They starting to work on me and y'all, so I was crying at his house, but I really wasn't crying a lot. When I was at his house, I was taking it in. But when I was on that fucking table and getting worked on and having them see if any of these bullets hit any of my main art. When they was working on me on that table, that's when something in me awakened. Something in me clicked. And I called out for my mom and I was so fucking scared. I was fucking terrified because I felt like I was truly in that moment by by myself. I felt like you know what, you did this shit to yourself because of the choices that you decided to make up until this point, and you don't got nobody like you don't have like in you did this, you did this, not nobody else but you. All these choices you decided to make at the you decided to make these choices that led to this event. And baby, when that shit clicked to me on that table, and when they put that shit in my, because they had to put like a little balloon in my arm to make sure like none of the bullets in my left arm, well, not the bullet in my left arm because I do need to take it out. It's still in there. I still got a bullet in my chest and I still got one in my left arm. They was trying to make sure the one in my left arm that's still there didn't shatter any of my bones or anything like that. And so they ended up putting like a balloon thing in my arm and pumping it up. And when they started pumping it up, I screamed for my mom. And the nurse just was looking at me and she was just looking so fucking sad. Like, girl, she was just looking so sad at me. And so they end up, I end up and this is why I said I don't know if it was spirit, universe, ancestors, or God, baby. But I took 6 shots. I got shot in my titty, in my left breast. I got shot in my arm. So I got shot in my arm one, two, three, 4 times. My left breast, that was one time, and then I got shot in my right arm one time. That was shit. That was 6 shots, all upper body shots. I walked out that hospital the same day. I mean, the same night. They didn't have to keep me overnight. They didn't have to do none of that. Baby, let me tell y'all something. When you really the fucking chosen one, you the fucking chosen one. No, nothing can fucking stop you from anything, bro. No, nigga, when you got a purpose on being here, nothing will defeat you. From this, baby, let me tell y'all. I walked out of that hospital same night after getting shot 6 times. Niggas don't make it out of less. Niggas get shot once and die. I got 6 of them. And I walked out the hospital the same night. Baby, if that ain't favor, if that wasn't my ancestors, if that wasn't my motherfucking spirit coming through and coming through for me so strong, I don't know how the hell I made it the hell out. But I did. They made sure to check me. They gave me some good old medicine at the hospital. Now I ain't never popped pills a day in my life, and when they prescribed me and wanted to give me pain medicine, I said y'all can keep the pain medicine. I'll just smoke weed and deal with it with some Tylenol and ibuprofen, and that's just gonna be that. That's how blessed I was to get out of the situation unharmed and all that. And y'all want to know the crazy part? Let me tell y'all how this is why I know I'm a cold motherfucker. Let me tell y'all, nigga, I'm one of the most coldest people that I fucking know in this world. Cause I was on that table and the doctor asked me, the one that was working on me in the emergency room, he asked me, I said, you got any questions? I said, will I still be able to go to work tomorrow? You know that white man looked at me like I was fucking crazy. He was like, I wouldn't. He was like, you can, but I wouldn't really suggest that you do. Do y'all understand? I said literally after getting out of a situation like that, after just getting shot 6 times like 20 minutes ago, I asked this man, can I go to work the next day? That was the only question I had for that man. Baby, when I tell y'all I was just spiritually not there, I was spiritually not fucking there. Bro, when I like my homegirl, Whitney, my homegirl, the one that I say shout outs to and I fucks with her heavy because she always showed up for me. Bro, Whitney, to this day, I'll always give this girl props because she was the first one to get to that hospital. And she was like, bro, she was like, she's like, India, I told you. She said, I told you to bring your stupid ass over to my house. We could eat some motherfucking pot roast, and you ain't even have to do all of this. And y'all know, this is how I know that this situation made me better because even when she was like, "So what happened?" I was like, "Girl, I got shot 6 times." I said, "Thank God for being fat because, hey, I could just walk up out of here." And she started laughing. But even in that moment, let me tell y'all, this is how I know. I said, this is why I say I'm untouchable. This is why I say I'm unfuckable. This is why I say I know my energy is there because I seen my friend getting emotional and sad and breaking down because of something that happened to her friend, right? And I see her getting bad. I see her starting to break down and it hurt her. So for me to lighten her load, I said, "Thank God I'm fat because it saved my life." And she started laughing. Nigga, I just got shot 6 times and I want to make somebody else laugh. I don't want you to feel sorry for me. It's cool. I just took. Thank God I'm fat. Shit. Cause I made it out. You feel me? Thank God for the little extra pounds. Cause baby, if I didn't have it, I wouldn't be here. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? So, and I said that shit in the hospital as I was still laying on the emergency room bed. I don't honestly. I can't even tell y'all now where my spirit was and where I mentally was then because it was it was just it was the beginning. It was the beginning of the transformation. That right there was literally the beginning of the transformation for me. I left that hospital. I go back to my boyfriend's house. We end up smoking or whatever because I'm in pain now. My arms are on fire. I just want to go to sleep at this point and relax, right? So I end up going back to my boyfriend house. We smoking. His other homie is there. Let me tell y'all, see, this is why it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, and this is why I say I know I'm a great person too, y'all. Cause tell me why my homeboy, my boyfriend's homeboy, knew exactly where this shiesty nigga, her Christiana's boyfriend, his homeboy knew exactly where Shiesty's grandma lived. He literally passed up Shiesty and Crustiana at the liquor store and seen them. And all they was asking me, they said, India, what you want to do? They said, what do you want to do? And I said, you know what? Hold off on anything y'all thinking about. Let me just think about what I want to do. And y'all want to know what I did with the whole situation? Y'all want to know what I did? I dropped it. I fucking let it go. I talked to the detectives. I let them know what happened because, I I just want to get this shit over with. So I talked to the detective, let them know what happened because, bitch, they already come to find out they posted the video of the fight, so they already had that. So I ended up talking to the detective. I'm like, yeah, bitch, it is what it is. I told him I was like, yeah, that's Shiesty is the nigga that shot me. She the one that caused the hit. It is what it is. I say that shit, and I don't give a fuck. I dropped the situation anyway. I could still go out. I still got to go out to Wichita and handle this court shit still to this day. And if I ever feel like picking it back up, all they need to throw their ass in jail is me. But I don't live in Wichita no more. And after I got shot, I left Wichita, and I have been back to visit, but I haven't been back to live. And I don't think I will ever be back to live there. But I have been to visit, and I come left the situation. I came right back home to Cali. I went right back home to Cali. Went right back with my mom. Moved in with her and her people, and just dropped the situation. I let all that shit and just fuck it because it wasn't. First of all, I didn't need to be out there again after that, and second of all, it wasn't anything. It just wasn't anything out there for me after that. Like I had to now I could think about it, but I really had to think over these past few years after that happened. And I'm letting y'all know this happened October 2019. October 2019, October 14th, 2019, I got shot 6 times by a black man. Yes, it happened. So as time passed and I just really just took in everything that happened with that situation, I really I really took in from that you got to be careful about the company that you keep. Like I really had to put all the people that I had around me in that time, I had to put them aside and really say, you know what? Hold the mirror up to myself. Like hold the mirror up to me. What is it about me that allow for myself to go through a situation like that? Why did I feel so lowly of myself? Why did I feel so lowly of myself? I decided to go out and do some shit that could have got me killed. Be like, what? Why was that something that why would I self sabotage myself like that? I had all these opportunities. I really had to, and it was hard. It was hard because I was blaming other people, blaming others. Like it was really hard to hold that mirror up to myself and really be like, you put yourself in this situation, and some of the choices that you made led up to the situation. And what is it about you doing those things? Like, why are you choosing to all this pain? Like, why are you choosing all this hurt? Why are you choosing these things that's not helping you or serving you? And with me evaluating my life like that, it has changed my mindset completely into the mindset that I have now. I done a complete 180 from when I was in Wichita and from when I was in California to me being here in Arizona. I I want to tell y'all the things about manifesting a better life and being the best person you could be. You manifest in 180s. You don't manifest in 360s because the 360 gets you right back to the starting point. It's a circle, baby. And I'm not trying to do full circles to get right back to the beginning. I want to go and I want to keep going on levels and levels and levels. So when I say you manifest in 180s, that means you get from one low point to a high point. Once you get to that high point, you get to a higher point. Once you get to that high point, once you get to that higher point, you get to the highest point. Once you get to the highest point, you get to the peak. Well, you feel what I'm saying? And you see how I switch point with peak to just let y'all know we gonna keep it going up in this mug. Like that's what I want y'all to take out of Talk Your Shit Tuesdays and this story time, bro. You could literally manifest the life you want with making one simple decision. It's your choice. Don't let nobody take your choice of being the best you. Don't let no situation get you down on your choice. You get to decide your own reality, your own faith, and your own destiny. You decide that shit. Nobody else. And if you feel as though somebody else is deciding it for you or somebody else is playing a hand and doing and controlling your stuff, then baby, get the fuck away from it and you take your power back. And that's what I had to do. I had to get away and get my power back. I had to go away and I had to really reflect and I had to do some soul searching and I had to do some real deep guidance with myself and really claim back all of that power and all of that negative. I had to turn all of that negative into a positive and make it work for me. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to know, yeah, life is hard, but what does life start with? An L. Or what does the word lesson start with? An L. What does lose start with? An L. Life lose lessons. It is what it is. The only way you are going to make it a positive situation out of a L or out of a loss is if you continue to push forward, baby. That's all it is. I took that. I got shot. I did. I took accountability. I take accountability for my actions on me up and leading up into me getting shot. I do. Yeah, it was an L, but I turned that L into a lesson for me to grow and to be who I am and what I am right now. It happened, and people throw it. And listen, baby, my family loves to throw it in my face. My sisters talk down on like they love to throw it in my face. But every time somebody throws something in my face, every time somebody doubts me, every time, listen, I prove them wrong, and I take whatever they throw at me and I make it positive because baby, this is my world. I create my fate. I create my destiny. I create my world and I create my reality. So you ain't gonna bring no bullshit to my world because baby, I'm just that girl. You feel what I'm saying? And I will fuck you up over my peace. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's when I will get active. If you think you playing with my peace, I got a different type of peace for you. Shit. It is what it is at this point with it. But I really just want y'all to know, man, them L's might be hard, they might seem hard, but it's always a learning lesson. It is always a lesson. You got to think about it. Not you can't think about it. Listen, you cannot think about it like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? You got to think about it. Why? What is what is this is not happening to me. It's happening for me. What is the real reason why this is happening for me right now? Why am I experiencing this pain? Why am I experiencing this grief? What is the reason behind me experiencing this right now? It's a reason. It's so in me going through this shit, in me going through this, I gotta be building some type of chakra up. I gotta be building up some type of muscle. I gotta be building up some type of hunger or something in me to be going through this shit because I know it's a lot. I know it's choppy waters. I know it's muddy. I know it's nasty and I know it's gritty, but I gotta get through it. And when I get through it, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get out of it a better person. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get out of it being better. I'm gonna shine coming out of it. I'm I'm a skyrocket coming out of it. I'm gonna be flying coming out of it. So I really want y'all to understand, man, when you start to get down on yourself and be like, oh, what was me? Flip that attitude and be like, you know what, this shit is happening for a reason. Don't get mad at it. You feel them feelings, you feel all that shit, and you grow from it. It's nothing wrong with feeling sad. It ain't nothing wrong with feeling hurt. It ain't nothing wrong with feeling abused and used. You feel that and you grow from that. And the way you grow from that is because you know you never want to feel that way again. Once you feel a negative of something, you really understand that you don't ever want to feel that again. Like I don't ever want to be that depressed again where I play with my life. I don't ever want to be that sad again where I just blatantly not listen to the universe and to the choices that I have. Like I don't ever want to give nobody else my power away like that. I don't ever want to do that again because I did it already and I see what it got me, and I experienced that, and I actually sat in that energy, and I don't like it at all. You feel what I'm saying? So I would never ever do it again, and I'm gonna do everything in my power for it never to happen again, and it's not. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta really experience that shit to really grow from it. So it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Really figure out the reason why and grow from it. It hurt, but with hurt, you grow. It is what it is. You gotta grow from it. Cause once you let it go and you grow from it, you're gonna realize how that needed to happen. That's why I said it needed to happen. It needed to happen because I could only imagine where I would be at if that situation ever would have happened. I could only imagine the type of mind. I could only imagine everything else that would have probably happened if that didn't happen. You feel what I'm saying? So I hope y'all take away, even though I was talking my shit and I made the story a little funny and all that. I really hope y'all take away what I am trying to say with this Talk Your Shit Tuesday. If it's some bullshit going on, you elevate above the bullshit, but you learn in every situation and don't ever call nothing an L. Call it a lesson and watch how it start being a lesson. So if you call your situations L's, call them lessons and watch how your brain start thinking the different ways that you go to get through those situations. That's all I want y'all to know. But I hope y'all enjoyed this story time on Who Shot Me 6 times. Yeah. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all know y'all will see me again on Sunday, every Tuesday, every Sunday. So y'all will be seeing me again this upcoming Sunday for our self care Sunday. We're gonna be on our spiritual good shit. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the Hood Herald and the Fool's Diary podcast. Like, share, support, share this with anybody you want to share it with, and just thank you for tapping in. I really appreciate you guys. Pieces, oh pieces, girl. Bye. Anyway, be safe, be blessed, stay out the way, and keep manifesting. Peace out.